Dirty Money.
How does a hardcore gangster rapper, hip-hop producer enter middle age? How does that happen?
I mean, hopefully you enter it, you know, gracefully and, you know, really turning back the hands of time.
But you can't be 20 anymore, can you?
No. I'm talking about like your spirit. Your spirit could always stay, you know, youthful. I don't talk about the same things that I talked about. Like, this album's about love.
Straight on, guys.
In terms of love and family life, Diddy is just as busy.
How many children do you have?
I have 6 children.
6 children?
Yes.
Do you enjoy the responsibilities of fatherhood?
Yes, I definitely enjoy the responsibilities of fatherhood. It's probably the thing I can honestly say I'm not the most successful at, you know.
What do you mean by that?
As far as I feel like my kids deserve more personal time from me.
You've talked about wanting to be the Black James Bond. You've talked about wanting to be someone that kids want to emulate. Yet, aren't you setting a bad example by being a man with multiple children and multiple mothers?
I think it depends on how you look at it. You know, all of my kids are well taken care of. They all go to the best schools.
But you don't live with them.
All of the mothers are taken care of
financially.
And I'm there for my children as a father.
I live the good life because my dad is Diddy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's perfectly true that Diddy takes care of his family financially.
The prince has arrived.
Witness the birthday party he threw for his son Justin's 16th birthday, shot by MTV for the reality show My Super Sweet 16.
A car fit for a king.
This is the best birthday ever.
Love you, boy.
Do you think it was appropriate to buy your 16-year-old son a Maybach car worth almost $400,000?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's appropriate for me to give my kids whatever I want to give my kids.
Do you think that was a sensible lesson for a child?
I feel the way that I raised my children, you know, I don't have to explain to you or anybody else because nobody knows the way I raised my children.
Do you think that was a valuable lesson, though, for a child to learn the meaning of money?
No,
to give a child a car with a chauffeur worth $400,000?
It wasn't even about a lesson. It's what I wanted to do. You know, I could do whatever I want to do with my children, and you can't question me about it. Nobody can question me about what I do with my children.
Moving quickly on, Diddy is currently starring in the movie Get Him to the Greek, where he's cast as a hyper-controlling, expletive-using music executive.
This is what the music industry is all about.
I think what I did is I used a piece of myself in the film, and the exaggerated piece that people think about me and exaggerated it even more.
And this is certainly where Diddy sees his future.
You ever been mom before?
I don't think so.
I'm mom. You right now.
You are?
What is mind
Mind is in control of a situation that the other person doesn't realize that you're in control of, and they never really realize you were in control of it.
Like this interview?
This interview? Nah. You're one of the best mind in the game, though. I can tell you that.
Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment. It is a compliment.
And with that, Diddy was off to do what he does best, offering his brand to the world.
And the saga continues.
I also had the opportunity to ask Diddy, a diehard sportsman and Knicks fan, about the NBA Finals, who he thinks will win and why.
Kobe Bryant, I think, is the best player in the NBA. Paul Pierce is the best player on the Boston Celtics. And I think that's the difference.
And that difference means that the Diddy dollar is on the Lakers.
Oh, my money's on the Lakers. I think it's the all-around team, how they coach. I think they're better coached and they have more experience. I think they're more prepared and they're more consistent. I think there's a lot of inconsistencies with Boston. You know who's running the show. You know, with the Lakers, the team knows who's running the show, and Kobe leads them to the wins and to the championship. I always believed about the power of what you say in your records. I try to always talk about positive things because I seen it happen. I know the strength of it.
You know, we got Let's Go, we got Don't Stop, we got Let's Get It, all of the positive terms to keep us focused, keep us grinding, keep us moving, keep us following, chasing, catching our dreams. Lock in. Let's lock in. Lock in on your dream. Lock in.
You gotta understand, I used to walk around, I was telling Prez this the other day, I used to walk around and just talk to myself. I you know, I'm walking from one job to another, and I would just be talking to myself, talking about, you know, the things that I dreamt and I wanted to be. And this right here goes out to all them people. Y'all know who y'all are, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Talking to yourself and talking about how you want to get it and what you want to be, and you know, this is something that's big. I'm one of the crazy ones, so but there's a lot of people that understand that that dream is so heavy and bubbling in you. It's like you got to get it out, and sometimes it's so crazy you're afraid to talk to other people about it. So you actually, you know, I'm not saying I was walking down the street like actually talking. I'm talking about in my head. I've definitely been having like some personal breakthroughs in my life, and just, you know, on the man in the mirror side of things, just, you know, taking accountability for me being happy, for me being balanced, and also me growing as a person. And I think when you get closer to God, you're happier, and when you get closer to the knowledge of yourself, and you're not afraid to go on that journey to find out how messed up you are, how good you are, but your overall result is that you want to be a better man, a better father, then it puts you in that spirit. Like, a lot of people have asked me, like, how do I get to this where I'm at? It's my belief. Like, I believe so strong, so crazy. It's like to believe, the power in belief.
What do you believe in the most?
God. I believe in God the most. And after that, myself.
Talk about the doubt you've had in yourself. You're human.
No, I've never doubted myself. I go into it knowing I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever lived. You know, not even in a cocky way. I just feel like I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever walked the face of the earth. You know, and that's just how I am. I loved what I was doing. I decided if I was going to do a job, I loved what I was doing. I would walk around, and I would dance and sing as I was delivering my papers, and that kind of helped me for the future of what I wanted to do. And that was just being a young entrepreneur. I thank God every day that I'm blessed with the chance to do something that I love doing. But I feel anybody could do something that they love doing if they go after it in the right way, if they go after it with the love, if the motivation for it is the love, and the love of leaving a legacy behind more than the selfishness of just doing it for money, or doing it to blow up, or to be the man or the woman, or to have the fame. If you do it to make history, if you do it to change people's lives, to make people feel good, to make yourself feel good, it's just gonna come naturally. I just feel like I'm a living testament to people. If you dream and you believe, you could accomplish anything you want to accomplish, you know?
I want to talk about Ciroc for a second.
Okay.
Okay. So, you took on Ciroc with your partner, Diageo, about 6 years ago. And 84,000 cases, I believe, around 84,000 cases, but you tell the story. You took it from where it was to over 2 million cases this year. You talk about marketing, to make it the #2 premium vodka in the world. How'd you do that?
This community is so powerful. These kids are so passionate. These young adults are so passionate that they take things from 0 to 1,000.
I felt that there was no spirits brand that was marketed in a responsible way that exemplified aspiration and spoke their language. And so I wanted to create something that would be the celebration spirit of our generation. And nobody else was doing it. So Grey Goose and Johnny Walker Black and Chris Style, and they kind of dissed, you know, this young adult generation. And I think that's been the secret to my success is I celebrate young adults. I celebrate what their dreams are, what their visions are, how they live their lives. You know, I really get into the nuances of what they like. And I think I was able to build a brand that fit into their lifestyle.
But the seismic growth. I mean, you came from nowhere. They had professionals doing it. I mean, Ciroc existed before you. There was professionals doing it.
Probably the biggest thing was the power of music. Lil Wayne saying it in his records, Rick Ross saying it, Jay-Z saying it. I have an Apple. I don't have a Samsung. But all I can say is anybody here that works for Apple, Samsung is on that ass right now. Okay? That's because they teamed up with the cultural needle movers. And that's us. I mean, the facts, no matter what I say here today, you can tell who moves the needle. And so, you know, I'm one of those artists that are and one of those businessmen that are a leader in moving the needle and helping to define and curate what's cool. And there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of, when U2 got behind the iPod, there was a lot of power in that. When they decided to make it black, Steve Jobs didn't decide to make it black. U2 wanted it to be black. Understanding that and understanding that audience, those different details and those decisions, and having the fearlessness to change something from white to black, is how I sold 2 million cases.
It's a great story.